Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with my unicorn phone, my granddaughter's unicorn phone. Because remember back in the day when we had rotary phones and that's how we communicated? And now everybody's on their cell phones. Today we are talking about how and asking ourselves the question about communication and making us a better person. How can improved communication make us a better person? Well, that's the question we're going to answer. You're going to answer for yourself. I'm going to answer for myself today. I haven't done it yet, but I've thought about some ways that I think that improving my communication makes me a better person. Number one, when I actively listen and when I pay attention, and actually the person I'm actively listening with knows I'm paying 100% attention to them, and I'm not looking at my watch or making myself a cup of coffee or drinking coffee during my videos so my voice isn't all cracky. People are more open and receptive and authentic and willing to share what's really going on if you're actually paying attention to them. I see this a lot in work environments and work settings where you go in, you set up some time, you go in, you want to talk to the boss, and the boss is sitting behind their desk doing 18 other things and not actually paying attention and listening to you. And you've got something important you want to talk to them about or something you want to share. Maybe there's a challenge that you're having in your department or in your job that you would like them to either just be aware of or you would like their help and advice and coaching on. There's a lot of ways that improved communication helps our relationships. It absolutely positively enhances our relationships. It helps us to grow personally and professionally because there's certain skills with respect to communication that people just aren't naturally good at. I am not a naturally awesome listener. I've had to spend years and decades practicing being a better listener, practicing being an active listener, and not interrupting. I come from a true family of, not true believers like in Christmas Chronicles, but true interrupters. I come from a family of true gabbers and interrupters. And after, a couple of decades being raised and being in those type families, both sides of my family growing up were super energetic, active, and a little bit on the loud side. I remember the people that married into our family were just in awe whenever they came to a family gathering because the volume just kept going up and up and up and up. And I never noticed it growing up in it, but after it was pointed out, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. It's pretty dang loud in here. It also helps us to contribute to the world positively and to society positively. Why? Because as we're getting better, we are a better example for other people of kindness, compassion, empathy. And when we demonstrate those things and active listening and good communication and good speaking skills, other people see that and know that they can do it too. If I can speak in coherent sentences, which I do most of the time, sometimes not so much, then other people can do it too, right? There's a lot of things we can do daily, and we'll talk about this for a whole month. We will focus a whole month on each of the different areas of the life framework. Communication and confidence were added. I added those to my life framework in 2021 after a year and a half of coaching on those topics and other topics as well. But those were topics that I didn't already have as separate things in my life framework. And I realized, just like all the other areas of the life framework, they are foundational things that I at least started to always want to be improving. And then as I tested it and tweaked it, I added it to the life framework that I share with the people that I help, the people I work with, the people I coach and consult with, etc. And even on the family members. So when we increase communication and get better at it, when we're better at sharing how we're feeling about things or what's going on with us or asking for what we need or asking for help, it reduces our stress levels. I don't know about you, but I will be stressing out trying to do something and struggling, and then I finally get around to asking for help and it's solved or I get the answer that I need before anybody even can answer. That's what happens mostly nowadays. But it reduces my stress level, and I suspect it would probably reduce your stress level too. It increases our self-esteem and our confidence. If I get better at listening, if I get better at speaking, if I get better at sharing information, if I get better at writing, if I get better at any type of communication, it increases my confidence and my self-esteem. So I want to continue to improve even more in that area. It increases emotional intelligence. I got to tell you, over the last couple of decades, I feel like we really need to ramp up our emotional intelligence and our empathy and our kindness and being just a good human being and treating people the way we want to be treated. It also improves our physical health. When we are able to communicate what's going on with us, people can support us. Say you're feeling a weird thing, like I had a weird shoulder thing the other day, and I thought, okay, if this hurts another couple days, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. Well, if I don't clearly articulate what's happening, when it happened, how long it's been happening, the intensity of it to medical providers or doctors, they're not going to necessarily be able to help me in the right way to figure out whatever was going wrong with my shoulder. I learned this one. This is a really important skill I personally learned with respect to the medical profession and doctors and our expectations of doctors when I was in my 20s. I had some major health challenges, and realized, sadly, after several years of struggle, that the doctors didn't have a clue and weren't going to be able to fix me. And once I took responsibility for my own health and my own wellness and getting better, that's when I actually started to really turn the corner and get better. All right, so what are we going to do today? We're going to ask ourselves the question, how can improved communication make me a better person? Share one thing in the comments below so we can learn from one another, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Any questions? Ask. See you soon.